Coming up on Hey Siri, Help Me Parent. Mom Knows Best, Heather's reminder to trust your gut. Smart ways to lighten your load and let AI help. The gals in ChatGPT plan a kid's party faster than you can say RSVP. And Prompt Like a Pro, how to get AI to work for you.
I'm Heather.
I'm Jess, and this is
Just Us Gals. Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Just Us Gals. We're joined today with another Jessica. So welcome to the most popular
Wait,
name
I thought I was the only one. This is not...
yeah.
What's happening?
Yeah,
There's another Jessica?
Jessica sent me a list of like the most, what Gen Zers are calling old people now, and it's Heather's, Jessica's, there's all, I was like, so I guess our names are old now.
Great.
Okay, so
I don't
also
feel
on
old.
that list, not to get too sidetracked here, but also on that list was the name Kathy, which is my mother-in-law's name. However, I think her name was old a while ago.
Yes,
Yeah.
I would have to
I don't
agree.
know a young.
And that's what I mean. No offense to any Kathys out there. Sorry, Kathy, my mother-in-law, if you're listening. But I don't think we could put them in the same category as far as names go.
I think I agree.
No.
Yeah, right?
So anyways, we were joined by Jessica, who is actually somebody that I met in my book club that I attend, that I actually mentioned in the first episode where I was talking about how did I try and meet friends after having kids and trying to explore this new world. So she's actually does something really cool. She has started to explore the world of AI parenting, which I thought was absolutely fascinating. So I really wanted to bring her on the podcast to talk about that with us.
Really cool.
But first, let's hear a little bit about you, Jess. Tell us about you, your kids, mom life, all that jazz.
Yeah, so I'm Jessica Patton. I have two little kids. One is 6 and one is 3. They're busy and crazy and just the best. I love being a mom, but it's also one of the hardest things in the whole world too. So
100%.
I would second that.
Yeah. And that's why we made this podcast, because we're like,
love that.
yeah.
Help.
Yeah.
Literally,
exactly.
This is the SOS.
Yeah. We could have called it that.
Yeah.
Before we get into how you can help make our lives a little bit easier, let's start with the wins and our losses. So what's a win or a loss for you this week, Jess?
Yeah, so I had something really fun happen today. So my girl, she had like this hip hop class this week and last week, and then they had a little performance this week or today, and it was so cute. Like they're doing the little hip hop dances. Aww. They're singing like Jenny from the Block. I was like, okay, this is so cute. And then the teacher was like, oh, do any moms want to come up for a special little thing? So I grabbed like another one of my mom friends. I was like, let's go. So we're doing our little hip hop dances. He was like showing us how, and I just thought it was like so funny. Never did I think that I would be doing that in front of my grade 1 like daughter. Yeah. I looked over and she's like, oh god. Oh, I thought she was gonna be so embarrassed. I was like, were you like, how did you feel? She's like, oh, that was fine. I was like, okay, thank God.
Okay, she's not embarrassed of you yet.
And I believe it's so good to see mom having fun, right? And I believe that it kind of teaches them to like be goofy and silly sometimes, especially around other people. So good on you. That's awesome.
Yeah, It was good. It was fun. And it was just ridiculous. And then I had to go to pick up after. I was like, oh, God.
No, nobody saw my moves.
Nope.
Yeah.
But it was fun. And I have to agree, like, it's nice to kind of get out of your shell and be a little silly and whatever in front of your kids. I think that is such a good learning experience. Just to, like, not be afraid to do things, too, right? And just, like, jump into it. And, yeah,
totally. Don't hesitate. Just do it.
Just go.
Yeah.
It's such a good skill.
Love it. Have fun. Yeah. Well, other Jess? Win, loss?
Okay, so, Jess, you reminded me that tonight, actually, my girls do acro together. And it's called a Mini-Mites class. And so it's ages 3 to 5. So one's at the beginning end, one's at the later end of that because, they're 3 and 5. And Emmy, what I've really been struggling with is, registration for all the activities start now. Yeah. She loves acro, she loves dance, she loves gymnastics, but she's not telling me whether or not she wants to do them again next year. She's not saying she loves them enough to want to commit to do them again next year. And so here I'm, well, what do I sign her up for tonight? So before acro, she's like, I don't want to do acro. I don't want to do it again. I said, you have 2 more classes and then it's summertime. After class tonight, she said, I actually do want to do acros. So it was just like one of those like hallelujah moments, because like she's finally giving me some clarity and direction on maybe what kind of activities she wants to do next year. Yes. So that was a huge win for me. So I'm taking that and I'm running with it, and there's no turning back now. Sorry, girl. So
you said so.
Win for me tonight. Yeah.
Remember this.
Right? Yes.
That's so good. Yeah.
How about you, Heather?
Okay, I apologize. I'm going to get a little serious here, but I thought I would take this opportunity to share this experience that I had. But mine is a loss because I didn't trust my gut when I should have. And my heart's pounding a little, so I apologize. I'm a little nervous. But
oh God,
I don't know why.
What's going to happen?
I know. I just very easily get shaky when it's like, whenever I have to talk about something more serious, my heart always gets going a little bit.
I just don't know what direction this story's going into, so I'm at the edge of my seat. Let's hear it.
So, I took my 2 girls to the park on Sunday, and just my neighborhood park, wasn't anywhere sketchy or weird or place I haven't been before. And I pulled up to the park, and I noticed there was a mom and her daughter playing there, and there was a man standing next to a tree right beside the park, like right beside it. And he was huge. He was a really big guy.
Not loving that.
It doesn't really matter, but it just painting a picture, he was like over 300 pounds, over 6 feet tall, just big. And,
intimidating, just looking at him size-wise.
Very intimidating. Yeah. And I was like, yeah. And I was kind of like, well, he must be with the mom and the kid, because why would somebody be standing that close to the playground and watching them? And she can see he's there. Like, he must be with them. But a part of me just knew something was wrong and something was off. But I had talked myself out of, not in my neighborhood, not in my playground. It's fine. So I bring my girls anyways, and I'm pushing them on the swings. And fortunately, this all happened really quick, so it wasn't like we were there for that long. But he's staring at this other woman, and I'm like, well, he must be with them, because, if maybe I was there with my husband, he'd be watching us play. Again, trying to justify it in my head when I shouldn't have been. And finally, she spoke up and said, if you do not leave, I am going to call the police. And he finally turned around and he left. And I looked at her and I was like, he's not with you? And she said, no, he was, I was at the other playground, and he followed me from that other playground to this playground. And he had been progressively getting closer and closer and closer until he was right there. And she told him at the other playground, she said, you should not be here if you don't have kids. And he said, I just like the scenery.
Oh my God.
Yes. So
shivers everywhere.
Yeah. I was sick to my stomach. I was so upset with myself for not trusting my gut. I was like, I knew something was wrong. I knew something was off. Don't justify it away because for whatever reason, just trust yourself sometimes. If your instinct is telling you something, listen to it. I could have just gone to any other playground, but obviously we were fine. Everything was okay. But I was like, my head was on a swivel because I watched him walk away. I made sure he was gone. But then I was like, no, this is ruined. I have to go home. And then I was like, now's the time. And I had to have a talk with Penny. And I did the old stranger danger talk and, which is a whole other topic that we can address at some point. But how do you address that without scaring the crap out of them?
Emmy gets terrified when I have that chat with her. And actually, coincidentally, Heather, I'm curious did you ask Penny scenarios? And did you say, so last night I actually had this chat with Parker, my 3.5-year-old, which I did it with Emmy when she was 3 and she gave me all the wrong answers. She would be lured by candy, new bikes, and kittens in somebody's vehicle. Emmy at her age was also the same. So I'm just curious, as Penny, as an almost 6-year-old, did she have the right answers you were looking for?
I didn't ask her those questions.
You were just giving her the information.
Thrown. I more went down the path of the code word where, if anyone tells you to go with them, tells them this, first of all, if they say they know me or whatever, ask them for the code word. Which is, no, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. So what is your code word? I need inspiration.
Oh gosh, no, not that dumb. I have some gut instinct here.
You trusted him on that one. Good for you.
Yeah.
So did you use this man as an example of being like a tricky person?
Yes, I used it as an example
perfect.
of. I told her, I said it's probably likely not going to happen, but I would be kicking myself if it did, and I didn't give you the tools to handle a situation like this. I mean, I did the classic, like, scream as loud as you can, run away, and just make a scene if you don't know the person and they try and take you. Yeah. But I was just like, I don't know what was going on, but there was something off with that guy, and whatever. But again, I was like, I don't know how much I want to reveal to her because I don't want her to be scared of the world that we live in too. Yeah. It's complicated, but
it really is
complicated for the darkness.
You know what? Another one, I know, like you said, we could go on all episode about this, but another one I told my girls is, if you lose me at the mall, because we go to the mall often just to bum around. If you lose me at the mall, don't come looking for me. Just find a bench wherever you realize you lost me and sit there, because I'm going to come looking for you, and we might just be passing each other, right?
That's a good one.
Yeah.
So, guys, it's a scary world out there.
But it is such a good learning experience, right? Like, I wouldn't feel bad about not trusting your gut. It's just like maybe that was put there to be a learning experience that day, right?
Yeah,
totally.
I like that. I think that's kind of how I'm looking at it too.
For sure. It's the what ifs that make you sick, right? Like, if I didn't trust my gut, what if something actually happened? It didn't. It was a learning experience. Everything was good. And you walked away with that knowing better, which makes you even better mom. So good for you.
Yeah.
And I thought, like I said, I was like, okay, I'm going to talk about this on the podcast so that other people can hear that and maybe think to themselves, okay, maybe trust your gut, number one, and maybe talk to your kids about that stuff if you think to, because you just never know.
Yeah.
Anyways,
terrifying.
Moving on to the meat of this
Jess,
podcast.
do you have any like AI hacks for like keeping kids
people?
safe? Or what's your creepy people hack?
Oh my goodness. Yeah. So how I got into AI? So I really started utilizing it for my business, and we were just using it for like. I was like, I want to make all these processes and procedures. And so I was like, maybe I can make this like standard operating procedure. And I put in the prompt, and it like just gives you all of the information. You just have to give it what it needs. And it's like 2 seconds it has it for you. So I was like, okay, this is interesting. It's like saving me so much time, which is amazing, especially as a small business owner with 2 kids. Like, it's chaotic enough already. We don't need to be like doing all these things that can be done for us. So one day I was just like, okay, what else can we do to like save time? And like meal planning, for instance, is like something I hate doing, and I just needed some inspiration for that. So I just put in like, create me a meal plan that adding like suppers, lunches, we eat a lot of this, and this, and then you could put into like, and we have allergies to this, or we don't have this, and it just spits out everything. And you can say for a week, for a month, and it was just incredible. And I was just like, oh my god, this is mind-blowing. And then you could even say like, create me a grocery list for this meal plan, and like there's just so many things that you can do with it. So honestly, like, it's just such a time saver and something we should be utilizing, because there's so many things going on in our brains at like all the time. So if we have this tool, it's readily available to anybody, why not use it?
Yeah, I think that's so smart too, because like I've seen so many like TikToks and stuff on AI hacks for work, AI hacks for this, like, why not use it for parenting?
Yeah, for your life, right? Yeah, it's amazing.
Do you find you have a go-to prompt that you're often using with AI to help deal with your kids or whatnot?
Yeah, it's always just random. It's like, okay, if I need help with something, like, for example, so this summer, my girl's off of school, my little guy's in daycare, which is great, but I don't have her in any summer camps or anything. And same with my business partner, like her little girl's going to be out of school too. So we're like, okay, this is going to be chaotic, but we still have to run this business at the same time. So what can we do to kind of help out with that? So I was like, okay, let's make kind of like a summer plan, like let's do 1 field trip a week. We'll do activities for them. And then what else? There was just like a craft of the week as well. So then I put that in the little prompt. I said, create me a summer plan that is 9 weeks long. That includes a craft, a field trip, and activities for the week. And I live in Calgary, Alberta. So then what it did was it plopped out this whole amazing thing. So like I have it right here. Like week 1 was under the sea adventure, and the craft was
themed.
Yeah, themed. So much fun. And then it's easy for us too to like think about, okay, now we can like add this in, and like we do library days. Like my business partner and I will go to the library and work there. So we're like, okay, we can just bring the girls to the library, work on the theme of the week. They can go get books for that. So anyways, but this one, it was like for Under the Sea Adventure was like visit the bow habitat or fish hatchery. So it's just like all of these really cool things. Like one is Stampede.
Really neat.
One is the zoo. Like just really cool things like that. So just really utilizing it to kind of save that brain space of like, oh my God, I have so many things on the go. Another really cool one that you can do too is like you can get it to create a schedule for you. Because I know a lot of the times, like, I'm like, okay, I want to make sure I'm incorporating, workouts in the morning or meditation or meal plan or whatever. So you can literally put in, like, all the information in the prompts and be like, okay, I want to do all of these things, and I wake up at this time, go to bed at this time, my kids have these activities on these days, create me a plan for that. And it will literally just spew out, like, the most time-saving ways of doing all of this stuff.
Wow. Awesome.
Yeah, so it's
like
just
a work back.
Yeah, it's just and it's cool because you can look at it and be like, oh my God, like that just like, and some things work, some things don't, but you can tweak it as much as you want to get it where you need it to be. So it's like anything. I don't know, like, do you guys have anything that you think of that you could save time on, or that you would love to have a hack for?
You know what actually I need it for, and I should do this, because I think once upon a time there was an app, but I have these ingredients in my fridge, make me a meal.
Yes.
Right? Because I am the worst at that, and oftentimes if I look for a recipe, say, great, I want to make this, but I don't have half the ingredients. Right? And I don't have time to go to the grocery store because I'm not very organized, and I'm going to start looking for a recipe at 4:45. So I need it to, so pretty much. And kids are screaming, they're hungry. I just got to get dinner going. So if I can actually, thank you for that, because if I can put what's in my fridge, it'll tell me what to make with that.
Yeah.
That's
and you
really
could do
cool.
that every day. Like you could put in, just whatever you have, make me a supper. And what I like to do too is like say, give me 5 ideas. So not just one, you can do 5 to 10 to 20, but if you have more ideas, then you can find one that you like. Because if you say just one, give me an idea, it's just going to give you one. And you're like, oh, my kids hate that though. So it's like, frick. But it's like, tell it to give you multiple ideas.
Smart.
Yeah, and then you'll find one.
And then it lowers the prompts as well, because I hear every time you do a prompt, it like wastes 3 bottles of fresh water or something.
I feel like,
Oh no.
Did you guys hear that?
know.
So
I've
think
seen so much stuff on it, and I just don't know what's true.
Yes.
same. So if we're going to err on the side of caution, just put more info into your prompt, and then I think we're good. We're saving the water.
It's fine.
It's good.
And I will say too, like, okay, this AI stuff, I'm not like, ooh, it's amazing, I love everything, but like, it is amazing, and let's utilize it because we are busy people. But at the same time, like, there are a lot of things that could happen. Like, I've seen iRobot, I've seen what happens there. Like, I'm not saying that won't happen, but at the present time, like, we have this incredible tool that we can utilize. Why not? As long as you're doing it for good, and like, as moms and busy working professionals, like, there is just so much on the go. So why not have something that's going to ease it up a little bit for us when it's available to us like it is?
I really like the
fully agree with
idea of coming up with things to do, because there are so many times, like, leading into a weekend, I'm like, oh, I actually don't have much going on for once this weekend. And I'll be like, well, what should we do? And I'll be on Google, like, what is happening in Calgary this weekend?
Yeah.
Nothing. And then it'll be like adult stuff. I'm like, okay, no, I need stuff specifically for kids.
Yeah.
Like, what the heck should I do? And all I can ever think of is like Science Center, the zoo.
Yeah.
What else can I do here? What else can I do here? So I'm definitely going to do that.
Yes.
I
like
need to
that
get more into this. This is smart. Okay, so actually about a month ago, I got a upper blepharoplasty done, like my eyelids, And my skin was just like not well. I was allergic to my antibiotics. And that was actually the first time I started getting into AI. So it was my doctor. It basically said that, and then I got this like confirmed from like the doctor 2 days later. I only had 2.5 doses left, but it basically said that because it's like a preventative measure. I'm on these antibiotics. It's not, trying to heal me. It's fine to just stop with them. And then a week later, it was Easter, and my dog decided to vacuum up all the Purdy's little chocolate eggs that the Easter bunny left out while we were sleeping. So week 1, it was my doctor. Week 2, it was my vet, and actually did all the calculations based on his size, the kind of chocolate, the amount of chocolate he ate, and it was like, he's fine. He's a huge Newfoundland dog, so like he's fine. He has a stomach of steel. So that's actually, I only started getting into it about a month ago. So this is super fascinating to me that all the things, like, and I know these are the things you can do with it, but it's just coming up with the ideas, right?
The prompts.
Yes.
Yeah.
The prompts,
I think that's
exactly.
a big one.
Yeah.
So, do you use ChatGPT then?
So
usually?
my favorite one is, I love Canva. I use it a lot for work, so I'm always in there. But there's a really great one in Canva. It's called Magic Write. So all you do in there is like you create a document, and then it's called Magic Write, and then you just put everything in there. I love it. And then it's all like in my Canva account, and just really easily.
Ooh.
I know a lot of people who do use ChatGPT and love it too. But it's cool with because some you have to pay for, some you don't. So this one in Canva is included if you have the subscription. So that's one of my favorite ones for sure. But it's cool now. Even like Google has AI, and I find that's been really helpful too. Like if you have a question, then it like plops out something. You're like, oh, okay, that answers my question, instead of having to scroll through all the different entries and stuff. But
Totally.
Canva's my favorite one.
That's good to know, because we have a Canva account, so we should start utilizing that.
Yeah.
Does it spit out documents? Do you know what I mean? Like, could you get it to, like, let's say you put it in your schedule, you want it to build your schedule for you. Could you get it to, like, visually make your schedule for you? Or would you still have to plug that in?
Do you know what? You could probably do a prompt for it. I don't know if it would do, like, lines or anything, but you could say, like...
I think in ChatGPT you can, because I actually looked for, like, a meal plan, like a healthy eating meal plan, and it's like, do you want me to put this into a chart for you? I was like, sure.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes, I do.
Please. Tell me more.
Because that would be, like,
So I
that would be
think
a
that
great
is
pair.
an option.
Yeah.
What, Jess, what was the last prompt that you put into Canva?
Ooh, I do, honestly, I use it a lot for work. I'm trying to think of personal. One really cool one I did was like a workout plan too. And I really like that. Like I like to do, and now too, like I'm getting into the perimenopause era. So I'm like, okay, I've heard that you have to lift weights and, do the supplements and all that kind of stuff. So you could put in like, okay, I'm this age and, I'm not focusing. I'm realizing that I need more of like this or that or anything like that. So yeah, you could put all of that information in and just say, create me a weekly workout plan that includes all of these things. And it would give you just everything. But I've done a lot of workout plans, and it's cool what it comes up with.
That is really smart, because I think of, as mom, it would be great to have a personal trainer or somebody who could take you through all this stuff. But number one, it's expensive.
Yeah.
Number two, you have to actually schedule times with them, and that doesn't always work with your kids' schedules.
Yep.
So being able to use it as
Usually
a resource, as like a nutritionist and a personal trainer catered towards you, that you can then use at your own time and your own convenience, is key.
And you can put like times too. You can say, I have 15 minutes in the morning. Like give me, lifting weights and cardio or walking, or incorporate these kind of things. But you can just tell it exactly what you need for your schedule. And then you have something to work off of, and you're not just like, oh, I should be doing this or doing the apps or doing the other things or doing the personal trainers. It's like you can really formulate it to what works for you, which I love.
Yeah,
that's really
so
cool.
key.
You know what my fear is though with all this AI is that they really are going to start taking people's jobs.
Yes.
Yeah. But that's why I'm trying to make it work for me.
Yeah.
As well. Like I'm going to use it in my job to make me perform better than people who aren't.
Okay,
using it.
that's a good point. Yep.
Yeah. And I think too, like right now, and like being a business owner, a busy mom, I look at, because I always think of like copywriters, right? Like, oh my gosh, they are probably feeling it. But at the same time, I'm like, I'm using this until I can afford to get a copywriter. Because right now, I can't afford a copywriter. I'm trying to do it on my own. Like, it just doesn't make sense to be doing all these things. So just use it until you can, you know, actually pay people to do it for you.
For me, the biggest takeaway I'm getting from it is that it helps immensely just with your mental load.
Yeah.
As a mom.
Yeah, 100%. And that's what I think too. It's like you just want to really make sure that you're giving it the right prompts, telling it exactly what you need from it.
I have a question.
Yes.
How do you know how to formulate a good prompt?
So usually, okay, so let's think of one to create. So what's something we would want a hack on? Just off the top of our heads.
I know, I'm so bad on
Maybe something for like a kid's birthday party? Kid's birthday party schedule?
Schedule, okay. Or
with like throw an activity in there.
Favors.
Themes, activities, and favors.
So you could do create me a birthday party.
Should I do this right now as we're speaking?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to think. Okay, so you could even say, create me a party for my 6-year-old daughter. She's really into this, and
Taylor
this.
Swift.
Taylor Swift.
Okay.
Well, I'm literally Penny's birthday is in like 2 weeks, so this will work for me.
Cute. Okay, perfect.
This is for you, Heather.
She's really into Taylor Swift. Give me an activity, a menu, and goodie bag ideas.
Do we need to say, like the word simple or anything like that? Because what if they come up with, or I guess we could ask to simplify it later if we don't like what we see, right?
Yeah, you could say, simplify it after, and then you could really dive into exactly what you're looking for too. So it all depends on what you're looking for. I want to have it at this location, or give me 5 different location ideas, or give me 5 different menu ideas, or things like that. You can really tell it that way too.
Heather, where do you want, is the party at your house?
Yeah, so it'll be in my backyard.
Okay, so a backyard party. Yeah, if you can get more specific too with it.
Okay, so more specific, the better. Create me a party for my 6-year-old daughter. She's really into Taylor Swift. Give me an activity, a menu, and goodie bag ideas. This is a backyard party. Oh, this sounds like a magical party waiting to happen. A Taylor Swift-themed backyard party for a 6-year-old daughter can be full of sparkle, music, and fun. Here's a complete plan with an activity, a theme menu, and a goodie bag. So the party theme is Little Swiftie Backyard Bash. Think bright colors, friendship bracelets, glitter, and Taylor Swift vibes from albums like Lover in 1989 and Midnights. There you go. There's your activity. Oh, main activity, friendship bracelet station, and Eras Tour dance party. So cute. it tells you how to set up the craft table, like what exactly you need. And then
I gotta do this.
Let each child make their own friendship bracelets like Swifties do at concerts. Mini Eras Tour dance party. Create a playlist with kid-friendly Taylor Swift songs. Shake It Off, You Belong With Me, Love Story 22. Set up a mini dance floor in the yard with string lights or a bubble machine. Provide sparkling microphones or toy guitars for fun props. Optional, create Eras stations for photos. Example, Fearless Corner with gold, 1989 with neon lights. Menu. Okay, this is like done. Already. Like,
oh my God, we're not even at the menu.
We're not even at the menu.
I'm excited for this party already.
You're just like racking your brain. It's like, okay, I'll play Taylor Swift, but then what?
I've been thinking about it for so long, and this just like came up with a million things I never have.
Okay. The mains. Oh my gosh. There's puns. ChatGPT is punny.
Cute.
Okay, make everything colorful, fun, and easy for kids to enjoy. Mains, you belong with cheese. Mini grilled cheese sandwiches. Red, pizza bites. Mini bagels or English muffin pizzas. Love story, heart-shaped PB&J sandwiches. Snacks. Rainbow fruit skewers. Berries, melon, grapes. Popcorn cups with edible glitter or pastel sprinkles. Goldfish crackers in mini concert snack boxes. I don't know what that is.
I think I like the you belong with cheese.
Shake It Off, cupcakes with music note toppers, star-shaped sugar cookies with edible glitter, cotton candy or rainbow sherbet, drinks, lavender haze lemonade, regular pink lemonade, and blueberry juice, water bottles with DIY tailored tour labels. Okay,
I love
goodie bags. We're now at the goodie
Oh
bag.
my gosh. Okay.
Use clear, glittery gift bags that include DIY friendship bracelet kit, temporary tattoos, music notes, cats, hearts, Swifty,
Cats.
like Swifty. Cats. Taylor Swift themed stickers, mini microphone toy, candy bracelet or ring pops, a small notepad, and glitter pen, songwriting journal.
Oh.
And then let me know
Okay.
if you want printables like invite templates or label design. I'm going to do invite templates.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Yes, absolutely.
Or if you're leaning
See?
towards
And then
specific
it's
Taylor
just
Swift
like-
era, more direction. Okay.
It's
This
interesting
incredible.
because I do use it for work, for helping me come up with ideas, because I do a lot of creative work.
Yeah.
And sometimes you're just, especially I have to design things for stuff I don't know a lot about the topic, so it's a little difficult.
Yeah.
And so I'll plug it into ChatGPT to help me think of ways to visualize it, and I'm like, oh, and then it gets the ball rolling, which is literally what just happened with that. Instead of me sitting there being like, Taylor Swift party, Taylor Swift party, Taylor Swift party, it's like, cats, brilliant, glitter, duh.
Cheese.
Like, fun dance, like a full dance floor. Penny loves dancing. Perfect. Like, it's just, I'm not even gonna lie, that I feel so much less stressed about her party now.
Exactly.
This
That's
is
all it is.
a great party. And that stage, kids would go nuts for that.
Yeah,
Do you
love
have
it.
like that
Easy.
do you have that like Alan the astronaut or something like that? You know that bath alien and like creates, I use it in the bath. It's probably not for the bath, but it makes like stars and stuff on your ceiling.
Oh.
It's
I have
like a
to- I'll
galaxy.
get something
you
like
have
that.
to get like or get a disco ball, and you need like one of those like spinny ones that like, with the
100%.
lights. They can make you an actual like invitation graphic. So you just have to
This
pop in
is-
all your information if you're comfortable with that.
I have tried those before. I won't, because I don't want to really put my address on it.
yeah.
I have tried them just to like spit out a graphic for me, just to see what they create.
Yeah, the graphics
It's
are
wonky.
great. Yeah. Go in Canva for that. There's
Yeah.
in Canva you can just look up birthday party invitations and then and you
probably
can
just
do
do
Taylor
that.
Swift birthday party invitations and then just make your own. Super easy.
Easy peasy.
Do you know
Yeah.
what I actually do? This is really bad. I go on to like Evite websites and I like
yes.
make them and then I just take a screenshot of them.
Me too. I don't want to
And
pay
then I
for
text
it.
them out.
I do the same thing.
That is genius.
Yeah.
Oops.
I'm like, I'm not paying for this.
I don't like. I prefer to get an invite to my text. I don't know something about email so old school to me, and I like to know that people have received it.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I will do this Taylor Swift party and I will report back
I'm
on how it
excited for
goes.
that for you.
This sounds awesome.
Sounds amazing.
I'll take some
This really
pictures
does.
and stuff and I'll post it to our Instagram account so
Love it.
people can see. My husband is like the king of planning birthdays and doing birthday themes, so I mean,
He
when I say
made
I will,
himself
he will.
Doc Ock last year. I would say
did.
he's
Penny-
the king.
Yeah, Penny loved Spider-Man last year, so she wanted a Spider-Man theme party. So he made a full Doc Ock costume and then gave the kids
was so
silly
good.
string, like spider webs, and they chased him around and caught him.
Oh my
So-
goodness.
That's so
That's
cute.
so cute. Now you have something
Max
to give
doesn't
him, be
need
like, "Here."
ChatGPT.
He doesn't. No.
Max
He's
does
own
not need
ChatGPT. Yeah.
A dad
I've
brain and a mom
finally
brain
caught
work
up.
very different.
Yeah.
Totally
Must be nice, eh?
different.
Yeah, it must be really nice.
I think there's something to be said about that. I would fully believe it, like, because how many things are constantly going in your brain about, like, have the kids done this? Have they eaten this? Do they need to do this? Is this been
Yeah.
booked? Have I done that? I don't think that's the same in a dad's brain. I really don't. I think they're able to just, like, work, stop, hard stop. At home, hard stop. You know, like, I just don't think
Just
it's...
one thing. Focus.
Yeah. I wish I was that way, though.
Oh, that
couldn't
sounds
imagine.
really nice. Yeah.
That sounds really nice. So we have ChatGPT and other AI instead.
Yes.
Yes.
Exactly.
This is our tool.
Oh, that's huge. What's your business, Jess?
It's on location, so we're a mobile beauty and wellness business. It's pretty cool. We do all of our services in our clients' homes. So we
I was
have,
going to mention that at the end because I was going to say a perfect thing for us moms out there.
yes.
yeah,
Sorry,
no,
I
keep talking about
I
it.
stole
Jump
your
the gun.
I stole your end.
Stole my rap. But now's perfect time. Tell about it. I think your business idea or idea in fully operation, doing extremely well, is fantastic. So go on.
Yeah, it's really cool. I am obsessed with it. Like, I found it because I use it. So my business partner started in 2016. She did it, and it was just hairstyling. So it was amazing. People loved it. Like, getting your hair done at home, so good. And I got a girl to come over when I had my first little baby, and I was like, this is incredible. Like, that I can get my hair done and still watch her. It was so, so good. So now we have a team of 13 girls, and it ranges from, we have hair, we have massage, acupuncture, spray tans, makeup, what else am I missing? All the things. Petties,
I saw
manis,
you do like bachelorette party,
bridal,
kind of stuff.
yeah, ladies' nights.
You are the AI for busy moms in the wardrobe and makeup and hair department.
I know.
Like, you're out here making moms' lives easier.
Yeah.
Good for you guys.
You don't
That's
have to think
incredible.
about drive time, parking, because I stress about finding parking places.
You
Yes.
do. You
You
stress
don't
about that.
like. I do.
Parking is a
It
big
takes
one.
away so many of those little things you don't think about. It's just like,
No
look,
babysitter.
They're coming to me. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I
know.
love
It's
that.
incredible. Yeah.
I feel like you should expand into Edmonton.
I know. I mean, people. Okay, I've heard that 5 times now in the last week, so I think that needs to go on the list because
I think so.
yeah. Yeah, no, it's incredible. It's just nice to be able to like give back to people and like to be able to provide self-care for moms too, because you know we're doing all these things and running around, and you know a lot of the times that kind of slips off, but things like acupuncture, like there's so many benefits to it, but do we have time to go and like get poked by a bunch of needles? And then, you know, and same with like massage. I love getting a massage at home because then you don't have to like, you know, leave with the big ring on your face, and you could just
I had a
shower
line on
after.
my forehead. Literally, I like fell asleep during a massage, and it was a 90-minute massage. And I don't know, it was on my face for a good chunk of the day.
It lasts so long.
I know,
It's
it's
too
so
long.
silly. So yeah, now you don't have to
So
leave
long.
your house with that.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Oh, I love that. So yeah, I can see how AI would work for your business, work for your mom life. You know what AI's been actually really helpful for me is if my kid has like a weird symptom and I'm not really sure about it, right? It's like, you know, take the medical advice with a grain of salt, but at the same time, like it helps. It helps, and it gives you a peace of mind.
Ooh, I've
It
never
tells
done
you how to
medical
move
stuff.
forward. No?
Yeah. No.
I did it with when my house got hand, foot, and mouth disease. Yes.
I was there for that.
Yes. She was. She showed up. Yes, she showed up. We were planning to record podcast episodes. We go pick up Chloe from day home, and the day home lady's like, just a heads up, we had to send home a kid with blisters on her hand today, and Chloe seems off. I'm like, oh no.
Please
But
no.
it was so in that case, that kid, you know, we found out had hand, foot, and mouth. So the chances of Chloe getting it were pretty high. So it was more, I used ChatGPT to confirm those symptoms. I'd be like, okay, there's a rash on her face. They're not blisters yet. Is this a part of it? And then it easily gave me stuff to look for that could be coming. And one that actually was super helpful that I didn't know about is apparently hand, foot, and mouth can like affect toenail and fingernail growth after the fact.
Oh.
And so Chloe's big toes. Chloe's toes. They actually started cracking. And Max was panicking, and I was like, "Oh my gosh!" And then I remembered. I'm like,
Wait a second.
ChatGPT told me about her toes.
About her little toes. Chloe's toes.
Yeah. So I found it helpful with that. I think it helps ease some of the panic when you can like jump into your brain of being like, oh my gosh, it must be this, this, and that. And then you look it up and it gives you like 10 other options of what it could also be.
You go on Dr. Google and it's like, great.
Yeah.
It's all downhill from here.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really cool. I love that.
Yeah, literally. It is nice because it gives you almost like 5 ideas of what it could be, and then you kind of match it based off of your kids' symptoms. It's not just when you're on Google, it's basically like, oh shoot, sorry, they're dying.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God. Again.
Yeah.
We're all dying again. So it doesn't automatically jump to the death conclusion, which I appreciate.
Yeah.
Yeah. I find I'm using it too, just to, like, if I hear something, I kind of confirm with ChatGPT. Is that bad that I put so much trust in it?
Ooh, so like news things?
Not necessarily news things.
Okay.
Like, for example, something I saw on Instagram, back to our Instamom episode, but it was, we have solar panels, and it was basically like the hub of your solar panels is essentially killing you in your sleep if it's too close to your bedrooms. And I'm like, oh. So my sister and I took to ChatGPT to fact check that.
Debunk.
And yeah, it turns out it's true, but luckily ours is, I believe, in our garage. So yeah, it's like,
you
oh,
can't
cool. So
win.
you're trying to save the earth, but you're not
Killing
saving yourself. So
Yeah.
Why didn't they tell me about this?
right, exactly. It's just like another thing,
give up.
another thing. The EMF radiation, I guess, is just really high on it. So that's
Did you
just
read the
another
fine
thing.
print when you got it installed?
Of course
It could have
not.
been in the very fine print. By the way, this will kill you
extra
slowly.
fine.
Yeah.
Don't
You
sleep
signed.
next to this.
But yeah, it's good because I used to be like a serial Googler, like for every single thing. I Google. But it would take me time because I also need to check every single thing that I Google. So then I would Google that, and then I Google that, and then I check to make sure that was right, and I check to make sure that was right. ChatGPT does all that for me. So
that's really
it
cool.
weeds through all that, tells me the sources it gets it from, and then I'll ask it to be like, okay, well, can you give me the flip side to that? So I can make sure I'm seeing it from all angles and know I'm getting as much information as I can from that prompt and to make sure I have all the knowledge that I need. And it saves me so much time.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I
what
bet.
just thought of for our books, like thinking of book club, and we have a book that's like, I don't really want to read this one. I wonder if you could ask it for a summary.
I did.
100%. Oh,
Cheater!
I did that when we read a self-help book, and I
Was
was
it
like,
in
I
your
just
head?
can't. That
Oh,
one.
I
the
couldn't with that one either.
Letters to, I can't remember. Yeah, in her head.
Okay.
My head. What? Anyways.
Yeah.
It was like the night before, and I was like, oh, I'll just speed read a bunch of the end of it. Like, I'm sure I can get the gist of it. And I was like, I can't even speed read this. It's just not for me.
It's just
so
too
I
much.
went to ChatGPT and
Rave
I said,
book
spit out
review,
the,
ladies.
I don't recommend it. Yeah.
That's interesting.
yeah, I got
And
to
it gave
spit
you a
out-
good summary.
It did, but then I was too bored to read the summary.
oh my God.
Just not a
So
good
you
It was
just
late.
went and pretend you read it?
No, I fully admitted I didn't read it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Couldn't make
most,
this one.
Most of us didn't read that one, actually.
Yeah. That one was a hard one to get through.
Oh, man. Well, Jessica, thank you so much for just
Yeah.
like letting us know that AI can just fully go beyond what we thought it could. Like, what a
Yeah.
great idea to just make your life easier at home
Yes.
with yourself, with your kids. Like, why not? We just planned Penny's birthday party
Yeah.
in 3 minutes. That's incredible.
Yeah.
Yep.
And there's so many things you can do. And it is just like saving that mental energy because it is like we do have all these things in our brain. So if we can utilize this tool, like, it's just, I love it. I love
Yeah.
the capabilities of it. And it's endless too, right? So
I love
I
it.
don't know if I can go back. Like, I know it's
I know.
apparently bad for the environment. I feel like they're going to catch up and fix that, hopefully. But, like, it's making our lives too easy not to use it.
No.
Maybe I'll ask ChatGPT if it's bad
I
for
was
the
going to say,
environment.
yeah. See what it says.
I'll see what it tells me.
Please hold.
Okay.
Is
Are you bad
AI
for the environment?
Search engines bad for the environment. Oh God, we have gone down the rabbit hole.
Yes,
Great
we have.
question. It's thoughtful of you to consider the environmental impacts of technology, including AI. Short answer, yes.
Oh,
They do have an
honest.
environmental impact due to energy consumption. Training AI models, running AI models, and data centers where AI computations are done often rely on energy that may or may not come from renewable resources depending on the company and the region. Right. So it says what you can do
Yeah, it says use AI or search engines intentionally, combine multiple questions, avoid spammy interactions. So like you don't need to say thank you.
Please and thank you.
Support companies committed to green energy and offset your own digital footprint with personal or family level carbon offsets if you're interested.
So you're saying I should not have done a deep dive on my horoscope and my birth charts, which I did.
Oh my God, that's such a good idea.
Oh yeah, I learned so
Good
much
idea.
about my rising sign, and didn't know any of this stuff before. I'm like, you know who would probably know? ChatGPT. So
That's very
I'm
sorry,
sorry.
I feel, Heather.
I apologize. That was careless of me. I'll save it for better usage.
That was careless of me. How dare you?
I know. I shouldn't have done that.
Oh man, okay, Jessica, we could chat with you all day about this.
know.
I feel
I love
it's
this
just
stuff.
so interesting. So essentially, just if you need a little help in any department of your mom life or your life, just ask ChatGPT to create a schedule for you. Bottom line, right? It's,
Yep.
I love it.
It's
that
a tool.
simple.
It's there to help you. Yeah, utilize it as much as you can because it does help save time. And it's crazy because like, I don't know, you could spend so much time trying to create the schedule or think about the birthday parties or doing all these things. If we can do that and it gives it an answer in like a second or less than a minute, like, how much.
If it saves you weeks of
space-
stress,
Yes. Yeah.
And now I
that's
have
what
more
we
time
want.
for planning,
There you go.
which is great.
you have more
Yeah.
time
It's
to
gonna be an
acquire
epic
the
birthday
goods.
party. Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, cannot wait to see it.
Exactly.
Oh,
I know. I'm
Unreal.
super excited. So, I want to know if anyone wants to find out more about your business. How can they get a hold of you?
Yeah,
Social media, website?
We're, all the things. So we're over on Instagram at onlocation with 2 N's. And then you can find us. Our website is www.onlocation2ns.com. And it's
that-
really easy to book. Yep.
2 N's on the end, sorry?
On the end, yeah.
location. Okay.
And yeah, we couldn't get the right domain. Somebody already had a very popular name. But yeah,
I bet
know, right?
ChatGPT could have helped you with that.
Yeah. But yeah, right now we're currently in Calgary, which is really exciting. But the plan is to kind of expand in the years to come. So maybe Edmonton is on the list soon. But yeah, it's really great. So if you're in Calgary, definitely reach out. You can send me a DM and I'll actually give you a code for $20 off your first service.
Ooh.
Yes.
Oh, you might be
Love
hearing
that.
it
There you go.
from me. That's so awesome. And we really, really appreciate you taking the time to sit down and chat with us. I learned a lot, and I'm sure everybody
me
else
too.
will as well. Learned lots as well. And Jess, because you're better at this than I am, Jessica
Oh, other one?
won.
If you want to take it away,
how
go ahead.
How can people find us?
Bye.
What's our Instagram?
So we have Instagram and TikTok. Both of the names are Just Us Gals Podcast. Our email is chatwiththegals@gmail.com. And we always love to hear from you. If you have any episode ideas or just if you just want to join the conversation, send us a DM, send us an email. We are always happy to hear from, what are we calling them? The Jugheads. And, we're always happy to hear from the Jugheads.
So cute.
I know.
If you look
Back to the
closely at our
Archie days.
logo,
exactly.
we have a little crown.
A little leaf crown.
Job.
It's a little Easter egg
love
there.
Jughead. Yeah.
So yeah,
Adorable.
Jess, thank you so much for that insight. I honestly cannot wait to make my life simpler. I really need to utilize this more.
Yeah, I love it. And thank you guys so much. This was so amazing. Such a good conversation. You guys are the best. It was so much fun.
Well, thanks.
Yeah.
Bye.